What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing something new on the channel. It's like a podcast type ordeal, maybe like a conversation more. I don't know really what I'm calling it or what category it fits into, but the name of this series is going to be called Regex Playbook. It's where we sit and we discuss things that are going on in PvP, whether it's bad or good, the way you feel about it, some concerns, questions, or just a little bit of the insight that I have inside of PvP and the way I interact and play the game. This, like I said, is going to be more conversation style, so please feel free to chime in the comments when I talk about these topics on if you agree or if you disagree, or any questions, concerns, or comments you may have on it. It's literally a conversation. Just talk to me. I am depraved of human interaction. Also, let's be respectful in the comments. You know, we ain't fostering none of that hate stuff around here. That's not what we do in this community. So yeah, let's just be nice to each other in the comments. Also, this is gonna be a longer video, so go ahead, if you're doing your dishes, do your dishes or whatever, just like Cammy Cakes be saying. You know, you can literally watch this in the background. Maybe while you're playing Born Ass Bonfire Bash, you can play this video and just give a listen. It will be somewhat entertaining, but it's more literally just conversation style. So grab your snacks and let's get into it. Today's first topic is snipers are in a really tough spot. So just as I was saying a minute ago, I was playing some Born Ass Bonfire Bash, and I ended up getting the Domino sniper rifle to drop. A lot of y'all do not know what that sniper is, and that's for good reason. I didn't know what it was until I got it to drop. World drops are pretty bad anyways, so when I got that to drop, I was like, ooh, cool sniper. Opened it up, and it was an instant shard because it has shoot the loot and moving target. That is a no-go in PvP. But if you take a look at DT Foundry and you open up what the Domino can roll, the gun's an instant shard anyways, regardless of what it could get. Maybe like slideways and opening shot. No, it's just not going to be something that you run. And as it stands, snipers in Destiny 2 really don't have any personality or identity. And so it's not the Domino's fault, it's just snipers in general don't have a lot going for it. I need y'all to understand what I'm saying about this. In the context of personality and, you know, identity, I mean, snipers don't have specific play styles anymore. A lot of the play styles that snipers did have either got removed or they objectively are just harder to do, and it's not worth the risk because the reward's just not worth it. For instance, play styles like kill chaining with kill clip on aggressive snipers just don't work anymore. Or you have another playstyle where sitting in the back of the map with, I don't know, high rezeal and no distractions. That doesn't work anymore. You just get flinched to the moon and back. You even have the playstyle which I identify with the most, which is just running it down, ego challenging every single lane, sliding everything because that's just who you are on the inside, with quick draw snapshot, high handling, low zoom snipers. And even that doesn't feel as good to do anymore. It feels like a lot of the playstyles got neutered, and Bungie is just constricting us to play one way with snipers. And that's wait for your enemy to make a mistake, and if you get tapped first, you lose. It's kind of sad, because while I understand a lot of the playstyles back then didn't require much skill, and I'm not going to really make an argument about that, that's for another video. The fact is, it can't be overlooked that these playstyles had their own identities and perks that helped them achieve such playstyles, and these same playstyles in current game cannot be achieved. It's just impossible, regardless of the amount of setup required. It feels to me like a sniper that is good, or a sniper that can be usable in PvP now, has to check 3 boxes of the holy grail of snipers. It needs to be 40 to 50 zoom. It needs to have snapshot with super high handling, and it's got to have opening shot, moving target to be usable in the current sandbox. And that's just sad. I guess to start with, I need to go over some of the changes that got snipers in the state they're in now. I want to preface that some of the nerfs and changes I might be skipping, and that's not out of the sake of cherry picking, but it's more just keeping it relevant to the point I'm making, which I guess is cherry picking. Anyways, it also is not in any specific order. I don't really have a timeline. These are just the changes that put snipers in the place they're in now in the Crucible ecosystem. So first, starting off, snipers have received a lot of damage nerfs that resulted in body shots doing less damage overall, and headshots on adaptive frames just not being able to kill supers. Which is kind of sad considering how fast the game is played right now, and how prevalent supers are in today's meta. Rapid fires got a really heavy body shot nerf where you can't double body, and for most reseals, you can't even body shot melee. It's pretty sad. High impacts or aggressive frame snipers, they can no longer be cleaned up with a body shot and 140 hand cannon body shot. And also, they made it where most damage perks won't allow you to one body shot kill in the Crucible. When we get into the aim assist and the cones and stuff, you know, the stuff that Drewski talks about a lot, lower zoom snipers overall feel a lot less sticky than higher zoom snipers, and it's kind of sad. And patch 7.3.5, snipers in general had their auto aim reduced by 10%. Snipers have also received I don't know how many flinch changes. In 6.2.5, the settle time after flinch was increased by 60%. When the final shake dropped, snipers also had their screen shake duration increased by 25% after shooting. Their screen shake intensity increased by 350%. That's a huge number. And the camera roll, whatever the hell that means, is increased by 25%. Nerfs to perks such as quick draw and snapshot also hurt snipers as a whole. Quick draw, thanks to aggressive frame shotties being way too good, especially on Titans with knockout and Synthos when they still had melee range and all that. Aggressive frames are really good, had no counter, got quick draw nerfed. Instead of quick draw just being 100 handling all the time, now it's 100 handling for 1 second after swapping or right after you ADS, and then the 100 handling is gone. And I'm still kind of under the confusion as to how that works, because does it mean like it unactivates and then it'll activate after a short amount of time? Or is it just gone until you put the weapon back up and pull it back out again? Which, if it's the second option, that's garbage. Snapshot also was apparently way too much of an essential trait on snipers. So they nerfed Snapshot by increasing the ADS scaler on special weapons with Snapshot from 0.5 to 0.75. And to compensate, I guess they increased the ready and stow speed of snipers in general by 10%. The change was supposed to make lower handling aggressive snipers feel snappier, but the only reason those feel snappier is because the super high handling snipers or snipers that had mid handling but were relying on snapshot just feel worse. So is it okay to say that aggressive snipers feel more snappy? Not really. It's just snipers in general feel worse. There's also a lot of sandbox changes that negatively impacted the way snipers operate in the PvP space, and these changes really still do affect snipers today. AE, a really shit system that should have never ever been introduced, and I'm not gonna even talk about it. Once again, that's a video for another day. AE, a really controversial system, was placed in the game during Rich Queen. One of the primary reasons it was added was in Bungie's own words, and I quote, "Airborne one-hit kills were not a good option in PvP." Excuse me. I don't know if every single player was hitting jump snipes, but if they were, then I'll gladly eat my words. But most of these jump shots are just things that most people couldn't do. So I guess Bungie made jump shots illegal. Also, the current version of the special ammo economy, this blended 1-1-1 Garbo, it's not very comforting towards the playstyles of snipers in any variety. Because special ammo is so scarce, as well as so random and sporadic, people are inclined to run shotties because they're just the safest and more consistent option in terms of special ammo usage. That, along with how bad snipers flinch and the absolute precision requirement it takes for snipers just to get value, makes getting one bullet feel too much of a risk for the reward. Kill Clip, a perk that enabled kill chaining playstyles with snipers, practically becomes useless because, I mean, keeping sniper ammo is just not easy anymore. So rest in peace, guns like Tatar's gaze. It just doesn't make sense anymore. Also, the damage nerf. The also sweet feeling of getting a breaker in a sixes match, or what would a breaker be called today? Lights out. with a sniper is something that is so rarely obtainable in today's current sandbox, and it's kind of sad that you don't have those quote-unquote hero moments that Bungie so advocates for in their PvP. So just to go over shorthand what's happened. Snipers overall have less aim assist. Lower zoom snipers have less aim assist than higher zoom snipers, which disencourages aggressive sniping. Quick draw was nerfed. Snapshot was nerfed. When you get shot at, your reticle is going to Jesus Christ and back. Special ammo hardly exists, and taking jump shots is illegal. I mean, what more can they do to snipers at this point? I mean, I guess since I'm on the topic, I might as well go ahead and talk about the perks and stats that were also made completely useless thanks to the mentioned above changes and the foundation of sniper rifles right now. And I could go on and on for days. I'm gonna just list a couple of perks that may seem appeasing to some people, but I'll talk about why they're not good or just trash. Starting with Slick Draw. I like to call this perk Shit Draw. This is supposed to be, I guess, the quick draw but all the time, but you have a negative benefit. Except the negative benefit is aim assist tanking. I mean, it tanks your aim assist. It doesn't feel good on primaries. I'm inclined to believe it doesn't feel good on snipers. I've tried it on Eye of Soul. I hate it. Even when you enhance the perk, it does not feel good on a sniper. Do not run this. The 100 handling is not worth the tanking to the aim assist. It's already bad. Trust. Snipers by default, I need to make this point. By default, snipers have really high accuracy. Insanely high accuracy. Where you shoot or where you aim, the bullet is gonna go there. So perks like Under Pressure, Eye of the Storm, Firmly Planted, those perks, Keep Away, they seem like really, really good perks, right? But in most scenarios, you're really not getting the most value out of a perk where you could run something like Snapshot, which just helps you aim faster because the accuracy, like I said, is already insanely high. Flinch is the absolute worst it has ever been, and trust me, I've tried everything. I'm not gonna make the argument that flinch should be removed. Snipers should have flinch, and they 100% did need flinch nerfs, because way back in the day, it felt like the longer you shot at a sniper, the more magnets he got placed on your head with his reticle, and it was crazy. So while I do agree that snipers need a flinch nerf, the current version is just ridiculous. And I've tried everything, like I said, Sorrow Synergy, 100 Stability, 100 Rezeal, no distractions, perfect flow, triple unflinching, woven mail, none of that helps, bro. It just doesn't help you. And you can stack all of that, and I swear, well, when I say stack all of it, I stack like the most consistent things that you'll be able to stack. So like 100 Stability, no distractions, 100 Rezeal, woven mail, things that you will in a real game be able to stack all at one time, and it does not change the flinch on snipers. So perks like no distraction or perfect float, half of that perk at least, are just completely neutered. Also elemental capacitor, which used to be a really good option on void if you didn't want to take flinch, neutered. There's no reason to even worry about your stability stat anymore on snipers because, well, you're gonna get flinched anyway. So why try to fix the anti-flinch when there's just no way that you can do it? Box breathing is a perk that helps you kill supers, but that requires you to ADS, which also, or Horoscope, which is just asking to be flinched. So you might as well just run Vorpal. And I won't crap on Vorpal because Vorpal does what it says it does. It helps you kill supers. The only thing is, you know, over 85% of the game, that perk is not active. So you're just running around with one perk on your sniper rifle. It does what it's supposed to do though, and that's help you kill supers. But at that point, just run an aggressive frame shot sniper if you really want to have a snipe that can kill supers. Pulse Monitor is a sleeper perk, and it works really well on primary weapons that have them. Trust me, people have been sleeping on Pulse Monitor, and it literally, like a single point of damage, I swear it activates, and it's a really big handling buff. The only problem is, a single point of damage from anywhere on the map while you're ADSing with a sniper is going to result in your sniper reticle seeing the pearly gates. I'm not joking. So there's just no reason to run Pulse Monitor. Sideways is good for handling, especially for if you're sliding into lanes and playing aggressive with your sniper. But the problem is, that only activates when you slide. Let's say you need to quick peek a lane while like crouching, or maybe you just want to strafe into a lane. Sideways is inactive. Also, it's just slower than Snapshot. And once again, half of the perk relies on stability. Stability doesn't matter. So Sideways doesn't even work, which used to be not that bad of an option. You also have perks like Surplus. I think Surplus is mid in general, and the same can be said for Perpetual Motion. I'm gonna get into that in just a minute, but perks that change the feel of weapons throughout the game are perks that I tend to stay away from because I like uniform gameplay. And so when you're changing stability stat, the handling stat, the range stat, all the time after every single kill or just by moving, it makes the gun not feel uniform and consistent throughout the game. So you can't get used to it. And the number one thing I want to say when you're using a sniper is you should get used to one good sniper and just use that over and over again. And then it'll just feel like clockwork when you hit those shots. So Surplus is a mid perk for me. Perpetual Motion, also the same way. It's even worse though because it requires you to be moving to get its benefits, and some of the times you don't want to be moving when you're using a sniper. Sometimes you're holding an off angle and you're crouching to stay off radar so that you can wait for your opponent to make a mistake. Perpetual Motion is just not working while you're doing that, so it genuinely doesn't make sense. Killing Wind, definitely not a bad perk, but the perk doesn't activate until after a kill. In most scenarios, you have 1, maybe 2 bullets max. Hence why it tends to work better on primaries where you have infinite ammo. Kill Clip doesn't allow aggressive frame snipers to body shot kill anymore, so why even get the extra damage if you're still gonna have to hit the headshot anyway? Why get Kill Clip? Golden Tricorn is theoretically the only perk on an aggressive sniper that will allow you to one-hit body, and even then you need to get 1 kill in advance, have another special ammo bullet so that you can get Golden Tricorn ×2, or you need to get Golden Tricorn ×2, which you need to get a kill within, I think, 7 seconds of that kill. Get a solar melee kill while you have a solar super equipped, also have Radiant, and I think you also need a Surge mod active. That's a Candy Cakes ass setup. And in a real game, that's just not happening. That happens maybe once every 40 games, bro. I could go on and on, but just for time's sake, I'm gonna tell you what perks are left on snipers that are actually good. Starting off, the GOAT savior itself, Snapshot. Even though it received a nerf, it's still the best perk on snipers, perk for perk. And in most scenarios, a PvP player, when they're reviewing sniper rifles, is either gonna look for a Snapshot, and if it doesn't have Snapshot, the sniper's already lost like 5 points out of 10. Just that fast. Snapshot is essential. It honestly feels like it's necessary for a daily driver sniper rifle. Moving Target is an all-around good perk for increasing strafe speed, so when it makes peeking those lanes or strafing in and out of cover for those quick snipes really easy, and it also gives you a flat bonus to your aim assist. Opening Shot also makes that first bullet feel like a huge refrigerator is being shot at your enemy. I don't know what it is about that aim assist that you get, but yeah, it matters. It really does matter. Elemental Capacitor on Arc is just a flat out handling boost. Extended Mag is now the best barrel on snipers because it just gives you a flat bonus to AE, so it can feel less dookie in the air. The reload stat really doesn't matter, so tanking the reload doesn't mean anything on Extended Mag because you're going to be rocking holsters on your legs. Please tell me you're rocking holsters on your legs. You must be rocking holsters on your legs if you're playing with a sniper. Fluted Barrel is the only barrel that I would run because flat out handling is like the only stat that matters once again on snipers. Maybe if you care for range. I know range affects cones and stuff, but once again, snipers have innately high accuracy, so I don't really care about the range stat on snipers. I don't want to drop it too low, but I really care about pulling the sniper out faster and putting it up faster. Handling Masterworks are the only Masterworks that I care about once again, because handling is the only stat that matters on the sniper. Elemental Capacitor on Arc, talking about that again, almost maxes out the handling on any sniper that rolls with it. It's a plus 50, flat out. And I'm pretty sure any sniper that has elemental capacitor as a perk option is capable of getting 100 handling. When you combine it with the base handling of the sniper, 10 handling from handling masterwork, fluted barrels 15, 25, I think it's 25, 15, whatever it is, you can get 100 handling if you have elemental capacitor. That completely negates the quick draw nerf. A next set of perks that I kind of want to talk about, well, before I do that, I do want to talk about Headstone and Wildcard. Wildcard is on Lunar Regolith and Io Soul, I think. And Headstone is on most stasis snipers. If you get a headshot kill, you're gonna spawn a crystal. Or if you get a kill, you're gonna spawn those little Telesto bullets. This helps especially in threes modes like competitive and trials, which is locking down revives. So I definitely don't sleep on Headstone, and I don't sleep on Wildcard as a origin trait. Now I'm gonna talk about some perks that I think are sleeper, and perks that I specifically have been experimenting with to try and attain some of the playstyles I feel snipers lost with all the changes. I know I just got through shitting on Perfect Float just a minute ago, but the one thing that's not bad, remember I said only half of the perk is Dookie now. One thing that's not bad is the 30 AE you get after just being in combat for 6 seconds. And you can refresh that buff every 3.5 seconds by either dealing or receiving damage. If you're one of those players that are just always in the mix, fighting, just in the mosh pit, bro, just brawling with the ops, Perfect Float more than likely is gonna proc. Meaning you might be able to start taking some jump shots on your sniper. It's definitely not bad. An even better one that I think, though, that's better than Perfect Float is Discord. So after getting a kill with another weapon, when you switch to the weapon, within having 7 seconds, you have 30 AE, a 0.75 ADS multiplier, that's snapshot, 25 decreased accuracy cone size, doesn't really matter, but it's better than nothing. And the most important part, within the 7 seconds, 8 if you have an enhance, when you get a kill, your bullets just reappear back into your mag, out of thin air. So virtually, what I'm saying is, if you get good enough, and you hit nothing but headies while this perk is active, for the next 8 seconds, you can make Destiny 2's greatest sniper clip the human eye has ever seen. In my opinion, this perk alone makes me want to go run a sniper in 6s, where it's infested with 340 pulses, Kavastov, and prismatic hunters, just for the chance of hitting that mouth-watering, salivating, just penis-enlarging clip. Headstone, I talked about Headstone and Wildcard, right? I think I did. Okay. The last 2 perks that I really want to talk about are perks that I consider really special and perks that I think people are really, really sleeping on. So first one is Mulligan. Mulligan has risen to S tier in my eyes. With the way special ammo works in PvP in terms of snipers and as well as flinch, Mulligan makes so much sense because it's literally just Revoker but great value version. So you miss a bullet, which you inevitably will, because if you take a single point of damage from a sidearm 60 meters away in the back of the map on another map while you're like on another country, on another island, and you take like 0.6 damage, your sniper's still going to the moon. So maybe you missed that one bullet and it feels so insanely bad, but you have Mulligan and it means that you get that bullet back and now you're hard and you're ready to insert. Hopefully you know what I mean by that. Mulligan, in my eyes, is just perk for perk, pound for pound, if you're playing trials, one of the best perks that you can have on a sniper, because it enables you to keep that sniper economy just a tad bit better and probably gives you the pick that you deserve, but you took damage, especially with the way latency works in this game too. Like, you can get shot behind walls and miss a bullet because of that. The other perk that I really want to talk about is Air Assault. And it's kind of sad because this perk rolls on one weapon and you guys are not going to be happy to hear it. It is the Albruna D out of Gambit. So yeah, that's right. You gotta get your ass in Gambit, play some Gambit, and get Air Assault. I know I sound crazy, but I just want to talk about Air Assault for a minute. So it's literally on one sniper, and it's the Albruna D, an aggressive frame sniper. And just having Air Assault on any gun, by the way, in the gameplay, you see me using Kept Confidence, On Strand Hunter, I use Kept Confidence with Air Assault because I'm in the air so doggone much. Air Assault, by the way, just gives you 10 AE for free, just for having the perk on the gun. So you have 10 AE, 12 if it's enhanced. After kill, you get 30 more AE, 35 if it's enhanced, and you can stack that twice. So the real potency is in the enhanced Air Assault. So let me get this straight. You can enhance Albruna D if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, just go with the unenhanced version. But I'm gonna give you the enhanced numbers. So you get the 12 base AE from Air Assault, the 3 AE on Albruna, the 10 AE from Extended Mag, 15 AE from Icarus Grip, 15 AE from 1 in-flight compensator, and that means on default, this sniper is sitting at a whopping 55 AE. Just base. Doing nothing. Just having the gun out. You have 55 AE. That's the highest base AE in the game for a sniper. And this is not even including things that can boost your AE even further, like Ophidians, Threat of Ascent, Speed Loaders, Whisper Hedrons, Heat Rises, Ophidians, Threat of or subclass perks, anything I'm forgetting about. We haven't even included that yet. You can get really high AE on this gun. And this is the jump shot sniper. For my people who want to be taking those montage 360 no scope jump shot clips, this is the gun for you. It's gonna be right up your alley, I promise. So, in conclusion, damn bro, my air conditioner's loud. Sorry about that. In conclusion, snipers suck ass, and they suck ass really, really bad. They feel overall so restrictive in the playstyle that you have to lean into, and the kind of player you are. So, the question we're all asking ourselves is, how can Bungie fix snipers? I think snipers just need some love and innovation. That's personally it. For starters, just like shotguns have their own barrels and fusions have their own magazines, snipers should have their own barrels that not only change the stats, but could also change zoom values or even change the reticle itself to give a more unique feel between each sniper. For instance, the critical anomaly, the raid sniper, has an actual crosshair reticle, like the plus sign, which just gives it its own unique feel. Another great example is the Bite of the Fox, the Iron Banner sniper having a little top hat reticle. It gives it its own unique feel. I promise that reticles really do matter on snipers. One more example, if you need it, is back when Mercurial Overreach was bugged, it had this really, really small dot. I personally didn't like it, but there were a lot of people who preferred that really, really small dot for a reticle. I don't know why we don't have that, but that could be one great change that would set snipers apart from every other special weapon. Also, the perks are just so lame and so butt cheeks on snipers. It's really sad. And nowadays, it feels like they just grab whatever perk they see. They literally just AI generate a perk randomizer and just throw it on a sniper. I don't know why we can't have crazy combinations on snipers. Like, I don't know, roll a sniper with offhand and hipfire grip, so that this sniper can be like the world's best hipfire sniper ever. And I'm not saying it's got to be like hit every shot while you're hip firing, but like, dude, you could lean into a new playstyle fantasy that people didn't have before. Another perk is To the Pain. So while you're taking damage with your sniper out, you might not hit the shot, but it means if you stay alive, the next time you have ammo, your aim assist is boosted. So maybe you hit the shot the next time. I don't know. Chain Reaction and Dragonfly with a sniper that has a barrel that gives you snapshot inherently, so that it means the sniper, whenever you pick the lane and 3 people are standing next to each other, they all just die with a big ass explosion. Come up with some new perks that are only specific to snipers, like getting a precision kill with every bullet in the mag refunds a magazine worth of ammo, or getting a precision hit makes the next shot do greatly increased damage, not just headshot damage, but just increased damage. You can make new sniper archetypes where like a rocket sniper, where you have I don't know, it double bodies across the map or whatever, or a new exotic snipers where perks that influence both precision and lead to cool new gameplay mechanics, like killing an enemy with a headshot allows you to teleport to their location after a time. I don't know. I'm not a game dev, and most of that I know doesn't sound balanced, but that's also not my job. I'm just trying to spit out some ideas to show you that snipers have a lot of potential, and they could be really fun and each of them could be set apart instead of just, does this sniper have snapshot? Does this sniper have moving target? Does this sniper have opening shot? All I'm saying is, I hope you guys see the potential snipers have, and I hope Bungie one day watches this video, or it somehow reaches their ears to show that snipers need a little love and just a little innovation. Hope you guys do enjoy this video. This is going to be a continued series. I don't know what I'm going to do the next one on, but y'all already know what to do. Run them likes up, run them comments up, run them subs up so you can watch the next one. And that's pretty much it for today's Red Jacks Playbook. Love you.